Hey everybody, I hope you had a fantastic week. It's Friday, and so this is just a reminder that you have a discussion due tonight and a discussion due on Monday, both dealing with the development of what would become the Revolutionary War. That it wasn't really planned at the very beginning to break free, but to reform. And so what develops there and some of the main aspects of what led to the Revolutionary War is what you're looking at the idea of these unruly and ordinary Americans who are first deciding to rebel, then deciding to revolt, deciding to break free from Britain completely, and eventually creating what is now known as the United States. So that process is long, the identity changes is long and not completely unified. So that's what you got to remember, is that not everybody, and certainly not the majority, was in favor of a war, not in favor of a revolution. So we're going to look at the discussion both on tonight, due tonight, on unruly and ordinary Americans, and on Monday, looking at families being divided by revolutionary sentiment or trying to stay as a part of colonial Great Britain, and how not everybody was part of this. And of course, there's other voices as well. What did the slaves think of all this? Was there a certain direction, men versus women, or family, brothers and sisters, divided on these topics? That's something to think about that's often dropped from the history books, but we won't drop it in this class. Then next week, and you already see posted, just to help you get ahead, is we're looking at what emerges after the Revolutionary War. So after 1783 and the Treaty of Paris, which ends the Revolutionary War and establishes firmly that the United States is indeed a brand new country. But what does that mean? So we're going to look at and kind of overlap a bit from this week and next by looking at chapters 8 and 9 and diving in deeper of what the Articles of Confederation were, what were the state rights that emerged, how those state rights then were given up to allow for a strong centralized government and the United States Constitution, and how that sets the stage for what we now know as the United States of America. So that's a big step and a lot of intricacies. So that's why we're going to kind of overlap a bit of this week and next. We're going to dive into a lot of parts of the Revolutionary War, what led up to it this week, then the aftermath next week. So the discussion for next Friday is already posted. By the end of next week, you'll have chapter 9, the reading information, and a discussion for the following Monday posted. But just to give you some time and to also encourage you, if you're missing any discussions, if you're missing any quizzes, this is a great week to do that. It's better to get some points and having a little bit late than getting a 0. So do what you can to get any missed work in. Do what you can to really dive into this reading. We're getting into deeper material that's really setting the stage for the rest of this class. We're more than halfway done now. And so great job to you all. You're making it happen. You're doing a great job. Please continue to email me with questions. I'm always here for you. And most of all, have a fantastic and recuperating and refreshing weekend. And we'll be in touch next week.